I Still Believe stars AJ Kappa as Jeremy Camp and Britt Robertson as his love interest Melissa. In the movie, it also stars Shania Twain as his mom, Gary Sinise as his dad, Terry Serpico as Melissa's dad. Some pretty good amount of people that are recognizable in this movie. It is based on the memoir I Still Believe by Jeremy Camp. How he penned the song I Still Believe. He met and fell in love with a woman named Melissa while he was at college, and they get some really devastating news about her cancer diagnosis, and it's about how they love each other through it and they love God through it. Part of this film is Melissa and her unshakable faith in God through the worst of circumstances. And that's what this movie is about, is how it's what they go through. It's her journey, even more so in some ways than it is even his, but then at some point he writes this incredible song, and it also follows his very early career and how it develops in the Christian music industry. This movie is basically a music biopic romantic drama for Christians. So it's basically Nicholas Sparks for Christians. The production value was very good. It was very well made, was very well produced. It was very well acted. AJ Kappa was very good in the role. He did the singing in the movie. His voice doesn't sound like Jeremy Camp's, but that's a minor deal considering that, one, he was playing, you know, a very young Jeremy Camp, where you can, obviously he's not going to sound the same as he does now in his 40s. But given the fact that this was a Christian film where a lot of Hollywood actors would not want to be in it for fear of being blacklisted, and the fact that AJ Kappa has said that he is Christian, that they needed somebody who could sing and could play a 20-year-old man, it was perfect. He is known for the TV show Riverdale on CW, which has been a huge hit. Britt Robertson has been in so many movies. She's very good at playing this girl next door role down. She's played other roles as well very well. She's the heart of this movie. She's so good in this movie. This is her best role to date, in my opinion. Sinise does a fine job. He's alright. You know, he's good. Shania Twain was surprisingly good in her very small role. Terry Serpico, I'm a little biased. I worked with Terry on season 4 of The Inspectors. He's a great guy, a great actor, very professional. He was very good in this. I wish they had given him more to do. Melissa Roxbury, she's the lead in the TV show Manifest. She plays her older sister. She's very good in this as well. The only issues that I really had with the movie was they did use a little montage scene when the two were dating. I hate montages. I think they're lazy writing. Also a little thing with the triangle, and I could not read anywhere that the character of Jean-Luc, played by an actor named Nathan Parsons, so I don't know what he's in, but he was good in the movie and he could sing. I didn't read, I think he might have been made up for the movie to create like an extra obstacle, as if we need another one for this couple. But what would have been like a really teenager-y kind of annoying love triangle thing quickly faded, thankfully, and his character Jean-Luc actually became a very sweet side character that I really came to like, and he added value to the movie. Because of the very bold faith-based elements, I think this movie is basically made for Christians. The script throughout talks about Christ, but being a Christian woman myself and being married to a Christian man, and I was not Christian when we were first married, and I became Christian later. The conversations that we have through the hard times and the good times, the times where I was doubtful, the times where I was, you know, I am a believer, and I was like, you know, finally all in it. All of these conversations, especially when you're going through a lot as a couple, are things that are had in this movie. So I thankfully did not find them cheesy, and they were well written, and they were the way that couples talk to one another when times are really tough, and the way that they pray through things. Because of those things, it is made for Christians. Although Melissa's character as a character is very likable, non-believers are not going to get her faith. They're not going to understand prayer and faithfulness in God. They might have an understanding of maybe knowing somebody in their life who went through cancer and who still had a great spirit. There's certainly nothing offensive to non-believers. There's no like finger-wagging, overly messaged thing. There's no conversion story, nothing like that people tend to hate in Christian movies. Sometimes I do as well, because I like good stories over like message. And this was a good story that was well acted, well produced, and that gave a message without, you know, funneling it down your throat. Offensively bad that people would hate if they're non-believers. I just think that they just wouldn't understand, and that's okay. They're not going to. It's hard to understand a faith that you don't have. I mean, I guess if you really like Britt Robertson or AJ Kappa, maybe you'll just want to watch it for them. I'm a Christian. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was really well produced. It definitely was very polished looking, had great performances. It was a lot emotionally, but it did have a nice hint of hope at the end and a very nice wrap up to the entire story, which I appreciated. I also did the research on it, so it was very, very true to the story. Still don't know about Jean-Luc, but that was like the only thing that was like maybe made up for the story, and I think he might have just represented maybe people in their life who kind of got in the way while they were friends. The rating that I would give this movie is... It's a very good movie. My husband is a huge Jeremy Camp fan, and he loved it. In the end, it was well acted, well produced, well performed, story of faith with a hopeful ending, and based on a true story. So happy I finally got to see this movie. It is available, by the way, like a lot of movies are right now, on Amazon Prime. It's going to cost you the same as being in the theater, but if you're a family, that's great. This is definitely a movie I would say a whole family can watch, though maybe real little kids just are not going to get it, but I think mainly it's like teenagers and up are going to like this. I am releasing these despite the weird shutdowns that we're in. I'm watching these online. I'm going to be doing a lot more rental movies. I'm doing a bunch of like new original streaming movies I'm going to do on here. Also follow me all over the interwebs. I have everything down below, as well as Stardust. So you can find me at Movie Memoirs on the Stardust movie app. I do a lot of 30-second reviews there too. So definitely check me out there. And follow me, because if you follow me within 30 days, I can become like a superstar on the Stardust thing, which is cool, and I can get some Fandango tickets, which are a Fandango gift cards, which eventually I will be able to use one day. Check out this movie, it's great, and I'll see you soon for another review. Bye!